Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Cowboys insider quickly puts Najee Harris trade rumors to rest. The Dallas Cowboys have reunited with Ezekiel Elliott, but they are now being linked to a trade for a Pittsburgh Steelers running back. After the Steelers announced that they were not picking up the fifth-year option on RB Najee Harris's contract, the rumor mill has been working at full strength. However, the possible trade could be a rumor and nothing else. 93.7 The Fan's Adam Crowley addressed the initial links, and then discussed the possibility. So here's the hot Steelers trade rumor. It comes from one guy from Fansided and the other guy from Bleacher Report, so I don't know if it's the most credible thing. I also don't know if it's not, because both of those guys say they have Steelers sources, and the rumor is this: the Dallas Cowboys could be interested in trading for Najee Harris, Crowley said on May 6. While the possibility is exciting, the validity of the reports has already been hit. NFL Network's Jane Slater responded to the development by quickly claiming it is just the rumor mill at work. On these Najee Harris and Cowboys reports, team source tells me clickbait, Slater later wrote on X on May 6. On the surface, Harris leaving Pittsburgh doesn't make sense. He made the Pro Bowl as a rookie in 2021 and has totaled 1,200+ yards from scrimmage in each of his 3 seasons. But the reality is that the Steelers have 3 viable RBs and Harris might be too expensive. As Pro Football Reference shows, Harris exploded onto the scene in 2021. He racked up 1,667 total yards and 10 touchdowns, making the Pro Bowl but missing on the All-Pro squad. In the past 2 years since 2021, Harris has still been productive, but the averages aren't great. Harris has been fed a lot of touches, but has only averaged 3.9 yards per rush in his career. That's not abysmal, but it's not the kind of production that causes teams to extend an RB. In an era where RBs are more undervalued than ever, bailing on a player like Harris makes more sense than reinvesting. This is especially true considering that Jaylen Warren is the team's most dynamic RB, and the addition of Cordarrelle Patterson adds another physical option. Patterson may not be at Harris's level anymore, but he provides a similar dimension to the Pittsburgh running game. Any prospective move for an RB may seem out of the Cowboys' budget, but Dallas spent very little on bringing back Ezekiel Elliott. Zeke was once the highest-paid RB in the NFL, but is now one of Dallas' cheapest contracts. According to Spotrac, Elliott is set to make $2 million for the 2024 season. Elliott will make $1.25 million in salary, and will receive the rest via his signing and roster bonuses. Even though Zeke has passed his prime, that is great value for a reliable bruiser RB. Plus, there is plenty of incentive for Elliott to try and earn a better deal after his 1-year contract is up. Justin Fields is about to be back there? I don't know. I think it's cool. Steelers RB Jaylen Warren admits team is looking at playing QB Justin Fields as kick returner. The Pittsburgh Steelers are tampering with fire and their desire to expose quarterback Justin Fields as a kick return specialist is naive. Steelers running back Jaylen Warren told Cam Hayward on his Not Just Football podcast the team was open to the idea. I think it's pretty good, Warren said of the new format, per ESPN. As soon as you touch the ball, that's when everything starts to happen. Our special teams coordinator was talking about Justin Fields being back there. We're like, hold up. We looked at him like, Justin Fields is about to be back there? I don't know. I think it's cool. The backup quarterback, should he just that, a backup to the main man, the ace-line caller. We saw just how quickly a season can turn when Aaron Rodgers suffered a campaign-ending injury in the first quarter of their opening day win over the Bills. Steelers urged to target explosive former second-round WR. With wide receiver options dwindling for the Pittsburgh Steelers, pundits are beginning to find new wideouts to connect to the Steelers in off-season rumors. On May 4, SI.com's All-Steelers Stephen Thompson proposed the idea of the team targeting Indianapolis Colts receiver Alec Pierce. Thompson named Pierce one of 4 new candidates the Steelers could pursue at wide receiver. Pierce is an aspirational target. After just 2 seasons, he's already logged 1,107 yards on 73 receptions, wrote Thompson. If a central tenet of Arthur Smith's offense is going to be power running and downfield, play-action passing, it's hard to think of a better fit than Pierce. He's a solid run blocker and creates explosive plays downfield as a pure outside receiver, something the Steelers need desperately. Pierce has yet to crack the 600-yard mark in a season. But he's averaged 15.2 yards per catch in his first 33 NFL games. Last year, he recorded 16.1 yards per grab. The Colts drafted Pierce at number 53 overall in the 2022 NFL Draft. But Thompson suggested Indianapolis could trade the 24-year-old because Indianapolis re-signed receiver Michael Pittman Jr. and added wideout Josh Downs in the 2023 NFL Draft. The Steelers selected Michigan wideout Roman Wilson in the 3rd round of the 2024 NFL Draft. But it would be a lot to ask for the Steelers to count on Wilson starting opposite George Pickens this fall. Pittsburgh added veteran receivers Van Jefferson and Quez Watkins after trading Deontay Johnson this offseason. But Jefferson and Watkins combined for just 351 receiving yards during 2023. No other Steelers receiver on their roster other than Pickens had 210 receiving yards last season. Ideally, the Steelers will add a veteran receiver to play outside with Pickens. That will allow Pittsburgh to move Wilson inside to the slot. Pierce was at the top of Thompson's list of suggested receiver targets on May 4. His big play ability would be an intriguing pair with Pickens, who led the NFL in yards per catch last season. Pierce may only build on his big play reputation with Russell Wilson's deep ball ability. With Pickens and Pierce, the Steelers would have a pair of second-round receivers from the 2022 draft who could average more than 15 yards per reception this fall. There's no indication that the Colts have made Pierce available on the trade market. But there are reasons why Indianapolis dealing Pierce could make sense. First, the Colts have receiver depth with Pittman and Downs. Secondly, Thompson projected Indianapolis to receive a lot of draft capital in return for Pierce in a trade. Thompson argued that should be fine with the Steelers since they are becoming desperate to add a WR2. Omar Khan might be able to wiggle him away from Indianapolis before he's set to earn a bigger payday in a couple of years, but it'd take a generous draft pick package, wrote Thompson. Still, that might be worth it given the Steelers' current dire situation at wideout. One could also argue, though, that is a reason why Pierce isn't a fit for the Steelers. General Manager Omar Khan has appeared patient with his decision-making this offseason, particularly with adding a WR2. That's why the team has yet to add a veteran receiver. It would likely be a mistake to grow more aggressive now, with the best receiver options off the table. Therefore, in all likelihood, Khan will continue to remain patient and find value with the WR2 addition as he did with the Russell Wilson and Justin Fields acquisitions. Even if the Steelers express an interest in Pierce, there's also no guarantee he will be available in a trade. He is under contract in an affordable deal for 2 more years. The urgency for the Colts to move him ahead of a season where they intend to compete could be very low. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Alec Pierce? Leave your opinion in the comments.